Space and time are aspects of almost every kind of data and attribute of reality. Everything is organized in the world in a space and time context. Events happen in places and times. Even things that are kind of ethereal and a little bit separated, like when two people talk to each other, over a telephone. Those are connected events in space and time, and that communication transits a path in space and time. So it's a very interesting analytic in the sense that most of the world is actually organized around those kind of relationships and correlations in space and time. The more important thing, especially for next generation big data, is that we talk about data fusion, taking many diverse data sources like social media, satellite imaging, smartphones that were never meant to work together. They didn't get together and design one true data model of reality that we're going to fit all of these unrelated data sources into so that they can all interoperate. So we have to find what are essentially the primary keys that we can use to join all of these data models together. And the nice thing about space and time is that not only does most data sources have a space-time context that's an attribute of the data sources, but then we can correlate those data sources in space and time. So that's an incredibly powerful mechanism by which we can build these unified views of reality that we really haven't been able to do before. Traditionally, we take a more siloed approach where I specialize on social media, or I specialize on financial data, or I specialize on mining the web for text documents. And that's well and good, but it really only captures a tiny sliver of the context from the standpoint of building analytic models. When you start taking all of the different sources of potential context around what's happening at a point in time, or what's happening in a global operation, for example, not even in a particular place, but you want to understand the aggregate behavior of the system, then space and time becomes the most fundamental organizing component for how you put all that together.